okay, you know what, I am okay now and I won't probably reach out for that second samosa. So thank you so much for shedding light on how you both, into your family and into your everyday lifestyle incorporate a little bit of a mindful eating habit. Which also brings me to my next question. Since we spoke about weight management and you coming from the industry where we have a lot of essentially, I would like to believe in 2023 we've moved on from what a body standard should sort of look like, but we still have that. It is still prevalent in our homes, in our society, in the industry that we are in. How do you look at mindful eating as a way to ensure that you're keeping your weight in check as well?
See, about the body weight, I think we should not be concerned about it because person to person differs. Some people with genes of being little chubby, it's in the genes, nothing wrong. How buffalo is eating grass all day and it's not getting slim anywhere. It's its gene. So just like that, so everybody has a different gene and weight. I think differs from person to person. If you can maintain the same energy throughout the day, sandoshama and the value, if you can do it throughout the day, I think that's I call a healthy body. That's what I would call.
Absolutely.
It's not an advice, it's saying from my.
No, it makes 100% sense, especially when you have a toddler to run around. You need to have that kind of energy to maintain and match what your toddler expects from you.
And about the mindful eating, I think at least in my generation, we've always been watching TV and anything, whatever's on the plate, I'll be eating that. So that ends up in either overeating or undereating. Correct. We will think that we ate a lot, but we wouldn't have had enough.
We wouldn't have eaten right also sometimes.
Exactly. Yeah. And for the kids, it can be at the same time. With the kids, it can be overeating or undereating. They will not have an association, a relationship with the food. They don't know what they're eating. They know only what cartoon are they watching.
Correct.
And I've seen my daughter's classmates, they feel hungry, they will just point out towards TV saying, okay, put that. So they, in their mind, they think that if the TV is on, I'll get something in my mouth.
So they associate an eating time with an activity in front of the television.
Exactly.
So that correlation becomes a little, it becomes a little difficult as you grow older. And if you're in a different scenario, what if you're in school and you have a lunchtime and you don't have a television in front of you? That automatically starts,
Why the kids coming with they haven't opened the tiffin box, and even if you give a colorful things to all the yummy things you make and put it in the tiffin box, and then it will be unopened because they don't know, they don't have a relationship and association with the food. அது அன்பா சமைச்சா மட்டும் பத்தாது, அன்பா சாப்பிடணும். That only we'll also feel very, very happy.
True, right? True. And also, because she rightly pointed this out, I want to ask you from a nutrition perspective. We all know that there is a chart, we all understand that these are the amount of calories and the carbohydrates and the proteins and the minerals, vitamins and all that we need to be taking in. But from a nutrition perspective, a nutritious perspective, what would you suggest us to do to ensure that we are incorporating mindful eating as well as creating, I wouldn't call it a diet because it's a taboo word now, but a more well-balanced meal for ourselves and our family?
Okay, great question and great discussion. Let me first agree with what Nisha said. Mindful eating is very important. You talked about TV watching, but I would also add mobile to it. Today, we don't need TVs anymore. We just have a mobile phone next to us and we are looking at the mobile phone and, either reading messages or answering texts or, I don't know, maybe watching even serials on our mobile phones while eating. So we are not paying attention to what we are eating. If a bowl of almonds is placed in front of you, reach out for it. I mean, right now we're talking about almonds. You can all take one almond each from your table. You all have almonds in your table? You can all, okay, great, wonderful, you're already eating. Okay, great, so just reach out for that and eat, because when you have healthy snacks sitting in front of you, feel free to reach out to it and eat those almonds. But if we have something unhealthy, so I think what we need to do is change the kind of foods that we're going to keep in front of us, right? So coming to your question about calories, we don't count calories anymore. Yes, calories are important. I'm not saying calories are not important. They are important because we know if we eat excess calories, it turns into excess body weight, right? So calories are important, but calories are not the only nutritional requirement for the body, because we also need other nutrients like proteins, we need fiber, we need vitamins, we need minerals, we need good fat, we need so many other nutrients. Where do we get all that from? We do not get it if we eat a lot of high fat, high sugar, high salt foods, but we can get it by eating healthily. Almonds, for example, since we are talking about almonds, almonds are rich in protein. They also are rich in fiber, in some of the minerals like magnesium, and they also contain calcium, iron, zinc. They also contain potassium. So a lot of nutrients are present in a healthy option like almonds. That's why we say a handful of almonds every day can help you in a number of ways. Because if you're talking about weight management, for example, like Nisha pointed out earlier, if we eat unhealthily, we tend to feel hungry sooner, right? But because of the fiber content in foods like almonds, or you could be eating a fruit, or you could be eating the local usad is called sundar or something, right? So you could be eating a bowl of sundar. That also has fiber and protein. So any healthy option when eaten as a snack or in between meals will keep you feeling full for a longer period of time. So your tendency to eat unhealthy foods is reduced, and therefore it helps in better management of waste, or the waist circumference, or any of those. And we know that increased waist circumference or increased weight itself is a risk factor for other problems like heart problem and adult diabetes, type 2 diabetes and things like that. So a number of studies have shown that these health issues can be controlled or better managed, or the risk factors reduce when you eat a healthy meal, and when you include snacks like almonds in the evening or in the morning, or as a part of your daily healthy meal plan.
Absolutely, and from a health perspective, it is so important because I think we've all become a little bit more conscious. Right from a very young age itself, we're teaching them how to eat right. We're teaching them that I don't think we call it bad food, but we do tell them that okay, an occasional chocolate may not hurt you, but you have to balance it out by ensuring that you're getting the right kind of nutrition. So thank you so much for shedding light on that, and I think it's very important for us to be mindful of how we are changing our eating habits so that it's not just a one day thing. It's not something that you just do for a week, like the fad diets that we have where you do it for a week and then you go back and look at the weighing scale and it's a completely different story. But speaking a little bit about incorporating food into your meals, Nisha, as adults we know that certain things are good for us, so we're okay with eating certain things even if we don't actually like them. I remember my mom sneaking in pavaka when I was a child, and I was not very happy about eating karelas because I'm like, why should I be eating this? But as an adult now, I'm searching how I can incorporate it into my meal because I know it's healthy for me. So how do you incorporate healthy snacks into your child's, meals? Do you have to, sneak it in, or is she happy to?
My daughter's favorite food is pavaka. Bittergourd. Bittergourd curry, if I make with rice, she'll finish, not even one grain of rice will be pending. She loves it. When we start introducing the food just like it is, instead of like sneaking in, you just give it to them like that, they'll start enjoying the taste. And first of all, what we see is what we eat. So we cannot have control over situations like when you go to work and all that, we might not have control over it. But at home, in your fridge, in your kitchen, when you replace all the chocolates and murukku and chile, all that with healthy things like local fruits, seasonal fruits, nicely made yogurt, homemade yogurt, all the berries and almonds and all that, automatically our habit will change. When you see that, we'll also go for that instead of going for anything else. I'm not saying having murukku that is all bad. If you make it at home, it's good. But if you buy it from outside, we don't know how many times they fried the oil. I have a very, very I don't know whether it's a blessing or a nightmare. I have a neighbor who is a food inspector. Okay, so I had a guest who brought in my house. My husband is like super fitness freak. He's he's a big foodie and a fitness freak. The combination is like very rare.
Oxymoron.
So there's a strict rule in my house saying that please don't keep any unhealthy food. Okay, and please don't give milk peda sweet to your guest. Okay, if you don't love that person, you give milk peda. If you love that person, give a handful of almonds. When you receive milk peda, you probably give it to your neighbor or replace it.
It's like that Son Papdi box that keeps getting, given out during Diwali. It reaches us itself at the end without knowing.
And the marriage clocks, just like
100%,
that.
yes.
Just like that, it will be reached. But if you give half a kg of almonds to you, will you give it to your neighbor?
No, yeah.
Either you use it, make curries out of it, or you just keep it as storage.
Yeah, and now you have like everything is on Instagram, right? So you make Instagrammable smoothies for breakfast, overnight oats, which has like all the superfoods in it, and we're making conscious choices like that. So thank you so much. It's so nice to know that Samaira doesn't have to, we don't have to sneak anything into Samaira's food. She enjoys eating it as is.
I love eating roasted almonds in the morning. My grandmother, last year she passed away, she was 81 and she passed away. Till the last day, we have cultivated this habit. Maybe now we're talking about it, we are more aware of it. But she is 81 years old. Till last day, she used to have a whole handful of almonds every day. She'd get up at 4 o'clock, take a head shower, take a handful of almonds and start doing the puja and do cooking and all that. Till last day, she followed it. So it's something ancient we've been practicing. Just that in the middle, because of all these food apps and so many things, fast food fantasies and all that, we kind of forget it. It's just a reminder. I'm very, very happy that we're doing it. We all know what is right. எல்லாம் தெரியும். ஆனா அது ஒரு பண்டு எல்லாருக்கும் இருக்குப்பா இது சாப்பிடுங்க. We need that reminder.
Absolutely, and I think it comes from a good place as well, having these reminders, because otherwise we would not be motivated to do it, right? I think even the pandemic in itself, as much as it definitely is, we are feeling the repercussions of how globally it has affected all of us. In a way, it has made us sit up and take notice, because you, ma'am. So when we're talking about better health and better habits, how do we start, or where do we start? What would you think would be the ideal, I can't say age, but since we're already on the second month of a brand new year, we can start now, right? It's never too late. So how do we incorporate these habits into our lifestyle? How do we change?
Good question again, Shruti. I think these changes can be incorporated anytime. The minute we are aware that something is better than something else what we have been doing, doesn't have to be on the 1st of January of every year, because